Hello and welcome to a special business edition of the Sheppertonian. Today I'm joined by someone many of you will know from local fairs and markets, Niki, the creative force behind Nikibakes. From a home kitchen to an award-winning bakery stall, her story is one of community, resilience and of course a lot of sugar and spice. Niki, welcome.
What an introduction. That's amazing. Thank you so much. It felt like I was being introduced for my Oscar kind of, I've won the Oscar and come up and get your award. Thank you very much for that introduction.
Yeah, you'd like to thank the Academy?
Friends, countrymen. No, thank you so much. And it's such an honour to, be on this podcast. I've listened to many episodes and it's just such an honour to be here and speak to you.
Oh, that's very kind. That's very kind. So, Niki, tell us what exactly is Nikibakes?
Sure. So, Nikibakes is a gluten-free bakery store, and I specialise in predominantly sweet bakes and cakes with occasional savoury treats as well. And it is obviously all 100% celiac friendly, and I often have gluten-free and dairy-free options along with gluten-free and vegan options. And this stall obviously is predominantly operating in and around Surrey. I'm going everywhere from Shepperton to Chertsey to Woking to Camberley and to Walton and Weybridge, Esher, Hersham. The list goes on. As well as that, I also do cakes, special cakes for all occasions. I also cater in that way. And I also provide my brownies to cafes in my local area and offices as well.
You've been part of the Shepperton scene for a while. What do you think it is about Shepperton that's special, in particular for, small businesses like yours?
Primarily, it's very easy to talk to people in this area. Everyone is genuinely so friendly, willing to help, willing to connect. And there's just a very lovely charm about Shepperton in general that I don't really, obviously, in other Surrey areas, each Surrey village has its own charm, but Shepperton is just something else, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you cover more than the Shepperton area, obviously. But yeah, absolutely. So your business, Niki, Nikibakes, 16 years is a long time to build anything, let alone a business. What's changed most about your business in particular, or about you over that time?
A lot of things. How much time do you have? I would say what's changed is obviously having this bakery store this year, which opened in March. So yeah, Nikibakes has been going on for 16 years, but it's evolved a lot. And this year, most importantly, it's taken centre stage in my life, because before that I had a corporate job working in food marketing, and I left that all behind, and that's been the biggest change. But I think overall, really, especially the past 5 years, I would say ever since the pandemic, the C word, it kind of changed everything. The past 5 years have seen the biggest change and growth with the publication of my first cookbook, which was a couple of years ago. Actually, the anniversary was 2 days ago.
Ah, and what's the cookbook called?
Nikibakes Kitchen.
You've had a very busy year with the stall, from the summer fairs, the shopping pop-ups, and now gearing up for the Christmas fairs. What do these local events mean for you personally and professionally?
I would say personally, they really are something to look forward to. I mean, right now, recording of this podcast, Christmas markets are just around the corner, and just opening up the itinerary and seeing what I have and where I'm going and what I'm doing, it fills me with so much happiness. And I think when you're passionate about what you're doing, there's that special warm feeling in the pit of your stomach. And that's exactly what I have every time I open the spreadsheet. I know it sounds like I should go out more, but honestly, it just, and maybe I should, but it just genuinely fills me with so much happiness and hope as well. So it really is personally something that 100% my whole heart is in it. Professionally, it's a fantastic opportunity to be able to speak to other small stall holders and connect to people that I wouldn't have if I didn't do these markets. So it's fantastic to be able to create kind of a connection, but also doing a market, because obviously there are lots of events out there where you can go and connect with like-minded businesses. But here, doing these little Christmas fairs and markets in general, you get 2 in 1. Not only do you have a chance to showcase your product, but it's an opportunity to connect to like-minded people, and it just takes you to such great places that you wouldn't even think about, in my opinion anyway.
And Shepperton seems to have a growing number of women-led businesses in
Oh,
particular.
yes.
How have you seen women supporting each other locally, and what difference does that
A
make?
huge difference because of the relatability, first and foremost. But I think it's just something, especially in Shepperton. I mean, I have to definitely give a shout out to Catherine Hayes, the owner of Totally Tangerine Cookery. She is a force to be reckoned with. And when I first started the store back in March this year, we already had a working relationship with each other, but Kat most certainly helped me kind of integrate into where she is based in the courtyard. And from her connection, she was so lovely and kind and introduced me to other small business owners. And yes, it just so happened that they were also women-owned businesses. And it was like a snowball, just snowballed from there. And I'm so, so grateful because, well, to be honest, I like to raise people up where I possibly can, but seeing other women succeed is especially important for me because I still believe that there's so much to be done with the gender pay gap and opportunities. So just to see those small little wins, it means everything to me.
You've spoken before about baking being a kind of therapy. What happens for you when you're in that kind of rhythm of mixing, decorating, creating? What
It's
happens?
just, well, I don't want to sound like Willy Wonka or anything, but you really do feel like there is potential. And it's also exciting, but also a little bit scary because you don't actually know what's going to happen when it comes out of the oven. It could be a complete delicious disaster, shall we say. But it's a bit of the fear of the unknown, especially for trying a recipe, but it's just excitement. It's electricity. It's, being present and not having to think about anything else because you really have to be present with what you're doing. And as you know, baking is a chemistry. You can't just not with as with savoury foods, you really have to be very, laser sharp with all of your weighs and measurements because obviously the batter won't go right if you're not measuring correctly. So it forces you to be in the moment and tune everything out, which is what I love.
It's funny, you just reminded me there of, the happy accidents. My dear old mum used to, she was a good baker, not prolific, but she'd make the odd cake. And invariably something would go completely wrong with it, but it would taste amazing.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't look amazing.
Oh.
So those happy accidents. It's the right way round, right?
To be honest with you, beige food is the best food. I'm just putting it out there, and no one can. I'll die on that hill if I have to. Beige food is the best food, and that's actually very true. Sometimes it might not look great, but it tastes amazing, and you can never forget the flavor and the taste ever in your life. So you're right. Yeah, respect to her.
Absolutely. And respect to you because your food looks amazing and tastes amazing. So you got the double whammy there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This year, it's been a big year for all sorts of reasons for you, hasn't it? It's been a big one for you personally as well.
Yep.
How has baking helped you through those tougher moments, shall we say?
Yeah, I think it's in many ways it was a lifeline for me because I'm very open and happy to speak about it now. But earlier in this year, my marriage ended, and I was really very much at a crossroads because I was still working in the food marketing agency actually in January when I was thinking to myself, so it really hadn't been that long. And but I said to myself, Nikibakes in some ways has kind of been in the background or on the side as I was doing my full-time jobs, corporate jobs these past years. And I said, well, I need to take a chance on this and just see how it goes. And when it started in March, it helped me cope so much because every week I was faced with new challenges and rewarding challenges and thinking about things like, okay, I have to order the gazebo. I have to order all the supplies and then I have to order the ingredients. And so in many ways, it helped me get up in the morning, have a reason to wake up in the morning. And the first couple of weeks were okay. Obviously, when I pitched in Walton in the farmers market, obviously people didn't know about me. And obviously it's going to take some time for me to become established as I have been now sitting here in October 2025. But the thing is, then I had a couple of customers that would come and they say, are you here next week? Oh, please come next week. And it's like, oh, okay. So I was going through a really, really horrible time earlier this year. And the grief and the pain and the sorrow But just knowing that somebody wanted me to come back next week, somebody wanted me to bake a cake for their son, or, I really liked your brownies. Can you please come back? I said, okay, I'll come back.
That's wonderful. And of course, food often has a way of connecting people like you've just described. Can you think of any moments recently where you've seen that happen, where something you baked actually brought people together?
Oh, yes. I can just, it literally just came into my mind right now. So I just did the Chertsey market, and it was a Halloween special. And we had a lovely family come to me. So it was a mother and a daughter with her granddaughter. And she was, I believe she was of Spanish descent. And she came up to me and she tried one of my cakes. And obviously she bought the cake if she wanted to eat it right then and there, because they were quite peckish at the time. And they took a bite. And then, so the grandmother, she had tears in her eyes. And I thought, oh my God, what have I done? Has something happened? Was the cake? And I said, is everything okay? And then she came round the side of the stall to the back of the stall and gave me a hug. And I thought, what's happening here? Why is she crying? And she said, your recipe, your Madeira cake, reminded me of my mother and what she baked. And I just thought, okay. Ooh, well, first of all, sigh of relief, because I thought, oh my God, am I killing her? Is she having an allergic reaction, anaphylactic shock? I don't know. And then I melted. And I was like, that means everything to me. And she made me emotional as well. It was a moment I won't forget.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So what's next? Let's see. You have the lead up to the Christmas fairs and markets and things. With those, what can people expect from you? And what's next? What does 2026 look like for Niki Bakes?
Very, very good question. Well, first and foremost, when it comes to the Christmas markets, you're going to be really in for a treat, especially, gluten-free folk who can't have the regular filled things like, for example, croissants. Croissants are notoriously difficult to make gluten-free, especially almond croissants. So I've taken elements of gluten-filled treats and put my own adaptation and own spin on it, but making it Christmas themed as well. So something like an almond croissant cookie with cranberries, I'm going to be doing that. But it's not a croissant. So inside is that almond frangipan. It's going to be laced into the cookie, which is gluten-free. So when you take a bite, my hope is that you get the taste of Christmas, but also that almond croissant that gluten-free people cannot have, they can have it in the cookie.
That taste explosion. Yeah. Thank you, Niki, so much for joining me today. And if you'd like to find Niki's bakes, then head to nikibakes, that's Niki bakes.uk, or catch her at the Christmas at the Courtyard event on Saturday, the 15th of November from 10 till 4. You can hear more local business stories like this by subscribing to The Sheppertonian wherever you get your podcasts, and sign up for the newsletter at thesheppertonian.uk.